Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, December 30th at 3:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 664 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Miami schools pay $9 to 5 students raped by ex-teacher, then tried to keep it quiet. What my grandfather's life taught me about China and America. Prominent QAnon conspiracy theorist says she is beginning to wonder if Trump really is playing 5D chess after all. Bizarre painting of Trump dressed as Independence-era patriot compared to notorious traitor Benedict Arnold. Following months of taking precautions, couple married for 6 decades died of COVID-19 after an at-home haircut. McConnell ties $2,000 stimulus checks to Trump proposed poison pills on Section 230 and election fraud, likely sinking push for additional COVID-19 relief. Nashville police were warned in August 2019 that Anthony Warner was capable of making a bomb, report shows. Police investigate death of Dunbar assistant principal as homicide. Trump asks Supreme Court to set aside Wisconsin's election. Mnuchin says some Americans may receive stimulus payments tonight. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Argentina legalizes abortion, a milestone in a conservative region, The New York Times. UK regulator approves Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine, CNN. Girlfriend of Nashville bomber told police in 2019 he was building explosives in an RV, records show, CNN. New Samsung TVs with HDR10 Plus will adapt to ambient lighting, The Verge. Strong early vote turnout gives Dems hope in Georgia runoffs, Politico. Joe Exotic says he'd rather die from COVID than go on life support, TMZ. Stimulus checks, coronavirus bill, UK approved second vaccine, 5 things to know Wednesday, USA Today. Luke Letlow, Congressman-elect from Louisiana, dies from COVID-19, NPR. China clamps down in hidden hunt for coronavirus origins, Associated Press. Padres acquire RHPU Darvish in blockbuster trade with Cubs, Yahoo Sports. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Argentina's Senate approves bill legalizing abortion. Oxford AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine approved for use in UK. Boston Dynamics robots are dancing now, and yes, it's still scary. Joe Clark, school principal who inspired film Lean on Me, has died at 82. Jim Jordan schooled on history after invoking founders to swipe at COVID-19 lockdowns. Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dies of COVID-19 complications. 2 Louisville police officers involved in Breonna Taylor raid face possible firing. Trump is set to violate Palm Beach deal by staying too long at Mar-a-Lago, again. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez rips GOP lawmakers' anti-stimulus stance in fiery tweet. Parents of bully child who killed himself can sue educators, court. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Man charged with stabbing parents, mom paralyzed. Emancipation statue removed from Boston Square. Suspects say they were victims of racial slur. Pharmacy closes doors after 130 years. Lyft tells carjacked driver to pay deductible. County seeks compensation from murder suspect. 15-year-old with rare disorder needs a kidney transplant for second time. Musician lost everything in Nashville blast. Plane makes emergency landing on Sandals Beach. Single mom of 3 is now homeless after fire. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Britain approves homegrown vaccine from AstraZeneca and Oxford. Test your 2020 knowledge. A Chinese COVID-19 vaccine has proved effective, its maker says. Vaccines are safe, no matter what Bobby Kennedy says. Argentina legalizes abortion, a milestone in a conservative region. Let's talk about personal responsibility, a year of tough conversations in the comments. Jonathan Pollard, convicted spy, arrives in Israel. The Times Square ball drop is still happening, you're just not invited. 25 days that changed the world, how COVID-19 slipped China's grasp. Hong Kong protesters who fled by boat are sentenced to prison in China. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Michigan Rep.-elect Lisa McClain wants to fight to reopen economy. I don't think I'm your normal politician. Medal of Honor recipient Gary Beekirch, I learned a lesson of hope in Vietnam War that helps deal with COVID. Bill legalizing abortion passed in Argentina, largest Latin American to legalize procedure. McConnell blocks quick vote on $2,000 stimulus checks as fight looms. John Fund, Trump creates a nightmare for Republicans in last-minute fight over $2,000 stimulus checks. Joe Clark, no-nonsense NJ school principal who inspired movie Lean on Me, dead at 82. Doors drummer John Densmore says he owes his career to crooked teeth. The 10 funniest parenting fiascos of 2020. The silliest TikTok challenges of 2020. California police officer wounded in shooting, homicide suspect dead. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, December 30th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. New more contagious variant of COVID-19 found in Colorado. Chanel West Coast on MTV's Ridiculousness and new album, Entertaining is What I'm Good At. Christmas music triggers miraculous moment for elderly woman battle in memory loss. Woman, 95, threatened with eviction for socially distanced chats with granddaughter. Lyft driver carjacked by his own passenger told to pay $2,500 deductible when car found damaged. Stimulus package update, when will the checks start arriving? The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Essex declares major incident over surging COVID cases. Israel leads the world in vaccination drive with 7% getting a dose. Forecasters issue weather warnings for most of UK with London to be hit by wintry showers tonight. Shirtless Paul McCartney, 78, tries out a trendy new man bun. San Diego ER nurse tests positive for COVID-19 8 days after he was vaccinated against the virus. Kate Middleton wore $94,000 worth of new clothing in 2020. WHO says coronavirus pandemic is not necessarily the big one. Brexit, huge 66-acre lorry park in Kent is still being built. Boston Dynamics robots twist and mash potato as they dance to the contours Do You Love Me? Alexander von Schoenberg, why it took a joker with tangled hair to charm us Europeans into a deal. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. The glimmers of hope that were overshadowed by a grim 2020. Hong Kong protesters captured at sea are sentenced to prison in China. Uganda rights lawyer freed on bail after week in detention. Britain grants emergency approval to coronavirus vaccine by Oxford and AstraZeneca. Schools in India have been closed since March. The costs to children are mounting. Quake aftershocks keep people out of homes in Croatia. Greek nurse erects intensive care unit at home to treat relatives with virus. Coronavirus vaccine from China's Sinopharm is 79% effective, company says. Argentina to become largest country in Latin America to legalize elective abortion. Indonesia bans militant group Islamic Defenders Front. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus live news, Germany reports wreck, or daily death toll, UK approves Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. Bitcoin surges to record $28,500, quadrupling in value this year. Our history is contained there, loss of archive threatens Native American tribes. Mutant strain of coronavirus reaches the US first thing. Bitcoin hits record high as US dollar slides, Business Live. Argentina legalizes abortion in landmark moment for women's rights. It decimated our staff, COVID ravages black and brown health workers in US. Top 10 most dislikable characters in fiction. Oxford AstraZeneca COVID vaccine approved by UK regulator. California's wildfire hell, how 2020 became the state's worst ever fire season. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. UK approves use of second COVID-19 vaccine with easier storage. Virus surge swamping hospitals prompts indefinite lockdown. China clamps down in hidden hunt for coronavirus origins. Feds decline charges against officers in Tamir Rice case. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dies of COVID-19. Handcuffed suspect who allegedly shot police officer caught after 9 days. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Croatia earthquake, strong aftershocks hit after quake kill 7. Hong Kong boat activists, China jails group for up to 3 years. Argentina abortion, Senate approves legalization in historic decision. Jonathan Pollard, Israel spy greeted by Netanyahu after flying to Tel Aviv. COVID, what do we know about China's coronavirus vaccines? Luke Letlow, newly elected U.S. lawmaker, 41, dies from COVID. COVID, Sydney announces new restrictions ahead of New Year. China COVID-19, nearly 500,000 in Wuhan may have had virus, says study. Tamir Rice killing, U.S. closes investigation into 2014 shooting. Iraqi interpreter stalked by death squads for helping the British. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. New York slice of heaven, squirrel nestled in tree munches on pizza in Brooklyn. Coronavirus updates, California extends stay-at-home orders, $600 stimulus payments start going out, U.S. seeks vaccine momentum. Justice Department declines to charge Cleveland officers in fatal 2014 shooting of Tamir Rice. Colorado confirms first known U.S. case of new COVID-19 strain. Louisville police seek to fire 2 more officers connected to fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor. Texas teacher who posted social media video in 2018 that showed students kindness dies of COVID-19. Federal education campaign to emphasize power of COVID-19 vaccine set to launch in January. AP top stories December 29th. Thousands remain without heat, hot water amid freezing temperatures in Colorado following vandalism of natural gas lines. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. While Southern California remains in coronavirus crisis, San Francisco seeing signs of hope. Appeals court allows LA County dining ban to remain in place until at least February. Police respond to protest against coronavirus restrictions outside Fairfax Market. Smashed Breonna Taylor sculpture stolen days after it was vandalized in Oakland. Beverly Hills restaurant apologizes for New Year's Eve dinner invite amid backlash. LA County battles COVID defeatism, fatigue as deaths near 10,000. Stay-at-home order for much of California extended amid COVID-19 overload at hospitals. Amigo Bob Cantisano, a towering figure in the West Coast's organic farming movement, dies at 69. Column, California's battle over mask wearing began 102 years ago, stupid then, stupid now. LA County hospitals turn away ambulances, put patients in gift shop, I've never seen anything like this. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Netflix executive producer allegedly killed by poison tea on Christmas Day. Japan's new Prime Minister, Yoshihide Suga, says he plans to make coronavirus measures mandatory for the first time, punish rule violators and provide economic compensation as his government struggles to slow the ongoing virus upsurge. Indian farmers continue protest against reforms. The UK has reported another 53,135 cases of coronavirus, the highest recorded daily total since the pandemic began. Ontario Finance Minister on holiday trip outside Canada as health officials urge people to stay home. China to bring in law against food waste with fines for promoting overeating. Pipeline spills about 400,000 liters, some enters North Saskatchewan River. The Trump administration has approved another $290 million precision-guided bomb sale to Saudi Arabia, according to a notice to Congress. The sale is in addition to a license the Trump administration recently announced to sell $478 million worth of smart bombs to the Saudis. Royal Caribbean takes legal action against survivors of New Zealand's White Island volcano disaster. The coronavirus pandemic is not necessarily the big one, senior WHO official says. 4-day week would be affordable for most UK firms, says think tank. South America lost an area of forest the size of Ecuador in the last decade as illegal deforestation rose in indigenous territories and parks. Brexit deal mentions Netscape browser in Mozilla Mail. Indigenous environmental defender flicks squares shot in his own home in front of his family. Australia's billionaires became 50% richer during pandemic. The next headlines are from Forbes. BTS member Suga lands his first solo hit on the pop songs chart. Singing whale unmasks new giant blue whale species hidden in Indian Ocean. San Antonio utility seeks innovative backup for 900 megawatts of new solar. Buying a car at the end of the year can save you thousands, if you do it right. Houston Rockets forward Daniel House is off to a disappointing start. Conservative talk show host Mark Levin quits Facebook. 2 more Cleveland Browns added to COVID-19 reserve list. Nye Music Festival raises money for independent venues. Green Bay Packers David Bakhtiari wants to beat the piss out of the Chicago Bears. Khabib Nurmagomedov expects Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier to fight for UFC title. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Coronavirus Diaries, an unexpected career experiment. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,676,026,707 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Joe Clark, high school principal depicted in Lean on Me, dies at 82. WGA rejects WME's latest offer, no going last bonus. Sis, other CBS studio shows extend production hiatus amid LA COVID-19 surge. Ava DuVernay and Peter Roth announce Array Crew, promoting diversity below the line. Petula Clark in shock at Downtown being used by Nashville Belmer, of all the thousands of songs, why this one? What's coming to Disney Plus in January 2021? Bridgerton star Nicola Coughlan shares show secrets and season 2 potential. Kwon Hu, director of 2020's highest-grossing film, starts new production as China lines up July releases. Univision sale complete after FCC grants foreign ownership petition. Superman and Lois trailer reveals Clark Kent's new life as a dad. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Louisville police to fire 2 more officers involved in death of Breonna Taylor. Massachusetts Senate overrides veto, passes law expanding abortion access. Justice Department declines to prosecute Cleveland officers in death of Tamir Rice. First U.S. case of UK coronavirus variant found in Colorado. U.S. and EU condemn jailing of lawyer who reported on coronavirus in Wuhan. Biden again criticizes Trump's COVID response, vows to speed vaccine production. Biden's incoming national security advisor faults Pentagon's obstruction. Gallup poll, President Trump and Michelle Obama most admired man and woman in America. Statue of Lincoln with formerly enslaved man at his feet is removed in Boston. Boeing 737 MAX completes first U.S. commercial flight since it was grounded. The following headlines are from The Week. 2 officers involved in Breonna Taylor shooting to be fired. Biden promises to speed up coronavirus vaccine production. First U.S. case of COVID-19 variant reported in Colorado. The Daily Gossip, Beyonce gives her friends the perfect gift to send off 2020, Archie speaks, and more. Bernie Sanders, Ed Markey call out Congress for supporting bloated defense bill while blocking stimulus check increase. McConnell blocks vote on $2,000 stimulus checks. $2,000 checks are good. Republican David Perdue becomes 4th Georgia Senate candidate to endorse $2,000 stimulus checks. Kamala Harris receives first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. A weird end for a weird year, our 8 favorite strange Texas stories of 2020. The next headlines are from Universe Today. ASA is working on its own reusable booster stage. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, December 30th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Last full moon of the decade, again. Dark storm on Neptune changes direction, escapes deadly fate. Kelvin Helmholtz clouds look like waves in the sky. The next news is from Politico. The deaths that shook politics in 2020. Louisiana Congressman-elect dies of COVID. First stimulus checks could hit bank accounts tonight. Trump wins title of America's most admired man in annual survey. First U.S. case of infectious COVID variant reported in Colorado. Feds decline charges against officers in Tamir Rice case. Pence declined to back Gohmert-led effort to upend election, lawyers indicate. From contentious to business as usual, transition cooperation covers full spectrum. Biden, COVID vaccination effort is falling behind under Trump. Biden picks 3 coordinators for COVID-19 response. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. At her 2020 results will hive, Victorian Year 12 students receive end-of-year results. Police pull over truckie on South Bank, then find drugs and $5 in cash. Coronavirus updates Live, NSW records 18 local cases, 6 linked to new Croydon cluster, as gathering restrictions tightened ahead of New Year's Eve. Racing year in review, one constant, a new legend and an elegant future. It's amazing, after an anxious wait, Marty wakes to a perfect score. Tablet Interactive, coronavirus outbreak. Dread mounts as Vikings charges into its long-awaited final season. NSW records 18 local virus cases including 6 linked to new Croydon cluster, as restrictions widened. 2020 gives up hold no respite as Perth head east for belated season opener. Diners to take over city streets as police search powers boosted for New Year's Eve. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Americans who will get COVID-19 vaccine will do it for one reason more important than country, economy or community. After a hell of a year, 10 New Year's resolutions to stay financially fit in 2021. $600 stimulus checks are on the way, here's what to expect next. $600 stimulus payments will start going out tonight, Mnuchin says. The moneyest, my partner supports me 100%. I'm ill and haven't worked or filed taxes since 2016, so I got no stimulus. When will I get one? The moneyest, our building is tipping staff 25% extra due to COVID-19. My husband wants to maintain this in 2021. I disagree. What should we do? The moneyest, I earned $100,000 in 2019, but far less in 2020. Why did I not get a stimulus check? How is that fair? The moneyest, my mother gave me a substantial financial gift. I gave it back. My soon-to-be ex-husband says half belongs to him. The moneyest, I'm lucky to get by on $75,000 a year. The $600 stimulus program doesn't sound reasonable to me. Why am I left out? Capitol Report, McConnell threat to tie bigger stimulus checks to other issues leaves Senate gridlocked. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Employing a trademark as a domain name is not genuine use, intellectual property, Turkey, Mondak News alerts. Competition heats up over volumetric printing patents 3D-PMN. Jeffrey Tuchel explains how to protect what makes your business special using intellectual property law, Augusta Free Press. 13 tech luminaries we lost in 2020, Computer World. Form 8K track in pharmaceuticals, 4, December 28th Street Insider.com. Form 6K select as say 4, December 29th Street Insider.com. Form 6K Equinox Gold Corporation, 4, December 29th Street Insider.com. Financing Innovation in China, East Asia Forum. 5 steps to apply for a patent in Pune, Hindustan Times. IA patenting made simpler, IA for all. The next headlines are from Quartz. Snapchat can thank India for its soaring stock price. Your late package will be delivered soon. What natural disasters caused the global economy in 2020? What page 132 of the Pfizer vaccine report actually says about infertility? A goal with a plan beats a resolution every day of the year. Everything you need to know about vaccine passports. What's different about the second round of PPP loans? It's time to start wasting solar energy. The shelter-at-home era poses a fundamental challenge to fashion. Instagram's Shop tab is the perfect example of the dangers of surveillance capitalism. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Section 230 isn't a subsidy, it's a rule of civil procedure. No surprises here, Presidential Commission on Law Enforcement repeats calls for anti-encryption legislation. Chinese government sentences journalist to 4 years in jail for reporting on the spread of the coronavirus. Mitch McConnell using Section 230 repeal as a poison pill to avoid $2K stimulus checks. Daily Deal, the Productivity and Motivation Masterclass Bundle. When you cannot innovate, you litigate. Oracle gleefully takes credit for attacks on Section 230 and Google. Facial recognition helps New Jersey cops jail the wrong man for 10 days. Update. Pasco County Sheriff's School Pre-Crime Program is violating federal privacy laws. Elsevier wants to stop Indian medics, students and academics accessing knowledge the only way most of them can afford, via Z-Hub and LibGen. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Elbert County. Salma Hayek. Ollie and AJ. Reese Witherspoon. Man United vs. Wolves. Croatia earthquake. Barcelona vs. Eber. Halsey. Hilaria Baldwin accent. Alexander Wong. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Department of Justice rejects federal charges for officers behind 2014 fatal shooting of 12 Yotamir Rise, citing poor quality video evidence. 1 killed, 3 soldiers injured in alleged Israeli rocket strike in Damascus countryside, video, photo. Venezuela signs deal with Russia to purchase 10 million Sputnik V vaccines for free distribution. U.S. greenlights sale of 3,000 bombs worth $290 million to Saudi Arabia and flurry of other Middle East arms deals. Colorado reports first confirmed U.S. case of Britain's fast-spreading COVID-19 strain that sparked travel bans and lockdown. Trump slams weak and tired GOP leaders for having a death wish in blocking $2,000 stimulus. Health officials ask Hollywood to halt essential productions amid spike in COVID-19 cases. Schumer Sr. moment on McConnell's refusal to consider $2K COVID-19 aid checks, which is worse? Woke rubbish, hundreds complain to UK media watchdog over Channel 4's deepfake queen on Christmas Day. Russian opposition figure Navalny to face new criminal case over alleged use of anti-corruption donations for personal gain. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. A map of US military presence near China. 2020, the worst year ever. You're joking, right? Japan gave key intel on China's Uyghur crackdown to US and Britain. Great Reset, tiny houses pushed as solution to climate change. UAE identified as hub for companies helping Venezuela evade US oil sanctions. The top 10 most suppressed news stories of 2020. Palestinians hold first ever joint military drills in Gaza, Israel says Iran behind it. McMakin, the American Revolution was a culture war. Portland homicides reach highest level in 3 decades after gun violence task force disbanded. 10 climate alarmist predictions for 2020 that went horribly wrong. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. North Korea prepares for key party congress as challenges mount. Hong Kong teen activist jailed for China flag insult. Trump's bid for $2,000 stimulus check stalls in U.S. Senate. U.S. Justice Dept declines to charge officers in Tamir Rice case. U.S. detects first case of COVID-19 variant in Colorado. After Australia's fires, a devastated community rebuilds together. White woman's confrontation with black teen under investigation. Police investigate after Breonna Taylor statue defaced in Oakland. Biden criticizes pace of Trump's COVID vaccine rollout. Unemployed U.S. workers won't see benefits gap despite Trump delay. The next headlines are from Breitbart. FNC's Stephen Hayes, Trump is having a temper tantrum while trying to steal an election. CBP chief, Joe Biden will spur waves of uncontrolled mass migration to U.S. Abrams, Loeffler, Perdue feckless hypocrites who will not help the people of Georgia. No crowd for New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square for first time since 1907. From Kobe to Maradona, a year of staggering losses in sports. Feds, hundreds of victims of illegal alien crime sought relief in 2020. CNN's Acosta, Trump's Operation Warp Speed has become Operation Flat Tire. Durbin, McConnell is adding poison pills to $2,000 checks. Bolton, no systemic fraud in election, Trump, GOP allies will embarrass themselves in history. Raphael Warnock, Jeremiah writes Goddamn America sermon very thoughtful, compelling. The next headlines are from UKIOD News. Woman who doesn't play lottery wins $800,000 from Christmas gift. Watch, man tracks down author of 37-year-old diaries in crawl space of home. Look, Utah boy catches 48-pound trout 6 months after landing 41-pounder. Watch, Florida couple seeks Christmas card author who used to live in their home. Watch, deer rescued from frozen lake in Kansas. 12 siblings earn Guinness record with combined age of 1,042 years. Watch, horse rescued from mud in 8-hour operation. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Amazing walk through Holiday Village with lights borrowed from Disney set to raise millions for critically ill children. Retired couple make 1,400 toys for children in need this Christmas, people need hope. A homeless man in Atlanta rescued all the animals at a shelter after it caught on fire. A pandemic of good news, the top 50 positive stories of 2020. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, December 30th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Inmate who survived execution attempt dies, COVID-19 suspected. Volkswagen shows off futuristic electric car charging robot prototype. Aggressive squirrel attacks plague Queens neighborhood. 14 pounds of human waste, trash and graffiti left by visitors at Zion National Park. More than 190,000 ceiling fans are recalled after blades detach. Child labor in palm oil industry tied to Girl Scout cookies. 120-year-old chocolate found in Australian poet's papers. Virginia man finds stolen 1969 Camaro after 17 years. Satanists put up I-95 billboard advertising abortion law loophole. Why some Eastern Idahoans are being served, arrested and sometimes jailed over medical debt. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Cities are betting big on smart street lights, 23% will be connected by 2030. Here's what happened in the world of artificial intelligence in 2020. 4 cloud and data trends to look for in 2021. How high-end cameras and algorithms are making scooters safer. Looking for a new 2021 side hustle? Here are some smart freelance options you should consider. Trading bots, is it game over for human financial analysts? The most anticipated video games of 2021. We need to make remote meetings more boring in 2021. Behind the wheel of the Volkswagen ID4 crossover. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Scientists develop high-throughput mitochondria transfer device. College football players, underestimating risk of injury and concussion. More effective training model for robots. Sustained cellular immune dysregulation in individuals recovering from COVID-19. General anesthesia and normal sleep affect brain in an amazingly similar way as consciousness fades. Stopping ROS inhibitors tied to worse outcomes in patients with chronic kidney disease. Detective work in theoretical physics. Sugars influence cell-to-surface adhesion. A single gene invented hemoglobin several times. Flag leaves could help top off photosynthetic performance in rice. The next headlines are from Information Week. Designing your roadmap for rapid digital transformation. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, December 30th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA approves heliophysics missions to explore Sun, Earth's aurora. NASA television to air departure of Northrop Grumman Cygnus from space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Rich Lowry, behold, the delivery revolution. Republican Mike Kennedy dominates special election to open Utah Senate seat. Legal and financial information. Utah's nursing homes welcome their first COVID-19 vaccines with noisemakers and applause. Russell Fisher measured the true cost of foundation funding. MLS invokes clause reopening CBA discussions with union. The 2020 season was a disaster for RSL on and off the field, but there's hope for next year under new ownership. John Ulibarri, Utah's first Latino lawmaker, dies at age 81. Charges filed in Christmas fatal shooting in Riverdale. 8 places in Utah to get soups to go this winter. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Google's cloud print service is shutting down soon. Hedge fund Third Point urges Intel to explore deal options. Google pilots a search feature that aggregates short-form videos from TikTok and Instagram. Apple researching keyboards with adaptive displays on each key. Apple's longtime supplier accused of using forced labor in China. Police turn to car data to destroy suspects' alibis. Disney will test the limits of franchise fatigue in 2021 and 2022. Japan developing wooden satellites to cut space junk. Neptune's weird dark spot just got weirder. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Police, standoff ends outside Velda City House. Soulard Mardi Gras pet parade goes virtual, share a pic of your pet for the party. Man dies in Bellefontaine metro bus shooting. City to conduct internal review following disturbance at Justice Center. Deadline approaching for pandemic-related child care assistance in Missouri. COVID is 5 times deadlier than the flu, local researchers say. Police search for ex-boyfriend charged in Christmas double murder of mother and toddler. Endangered person advisory issued for missing fluorescent man. Americans could receive stimulus payments as early as tonight, Mnuchin says. St. Louis County to allow restaurants to reopen next week. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Louisiana Congressman Luke Letlow dead from COVID-19. Women report being groped at San Diego stores. Biden says it will take years to vaccinate American people at current pace. County sees 2.5K new COVID-19 cases, 31 deaths as state extends lockdown. Man pleads not guilty to murder in East County shopping center shooting. Victim ID'd in fatal El Cerrito shooting, killer still at large. Gloria comes to extension of SDG&E franchise agreement, council to decide next steps. Teacher whose video of first graders greeting each other went viral dies of COVID-19. Padres finalize deal acquiring ace Blake Snell from Rays. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. Deputies charge St. Petersburg man with video voyeurism of a minor. Student privacy and the fight to keep spying out of schools, year in. Why betting against the S&P 500 makes little sense in 2021. Russia, former energy exec convicted of spying for Moldova. New UK Army bug drones can spy on targets 25 miles away. George Blake, British spy for Soviet Union, dies in Moscow at 98, Jewish Telegraphic Agency. What it's like to have your cooking skills roasted by Gordon Ramsay on TikTok. New app to fight off unpunished cases of stalking, says German support group. China can choose stability over spies, or get shamed and cinched in Afghanistan. Traffic cameras coming to Maryville won't spy, will make traffic work better. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Ukrainian Air Force awards contract to Antonov for 3 new and 178 aircraft. Lockheed Martin delivers 123rd F-35 fighter jet of the year. L3Harris gets $496 contract for next generation jammer. German Navy receives new underwater drone from Huntington Ingalls Industries. South Korea's Army awards amphibious bridging vehicle contract to Hanwha Defense. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. China promises sustained efforts on forced labor, as report reveals factories in 135 Xinjiang detention camps. Feminist comedian accused of inciting gender-based antagonism after critiquing sexist haters. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. COVID-19 vaccine rollouts fall short, how delays impact Bay Area. Bay Area Latino community reacts to Alex Padilla's historic appointment to U.S. Senate. Bay Area employment opportunities in high demand. Officer who sought no-knock warrant at home where Breonna Taylor was shot could be fired. 4-year-old boy whose smile and spunk lit up the room dies of coronavirus. Teacher whose video of first graders greeting each other went viral dies of COVID-19. Second stimulus payments, what you need to know. How a blind teen worked to become a champion bowler. Pregnant women uncertain about taking COVID-19 vaccine. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Randall's triple-double powers Knicks 295-86 win over Cavs. Sanders, Oklahoma State beat Miami 37-34 in Cheez-It Bowl. Month on, women hold the fort at India farmer protests. COVID-19 cases per county, zip code as of December 29th. Snow quickly blankets suburbs with up to 9 inches expected, plus ice overnight. State's COVID-19 positivity rate, hospitalizations climb again. COVID relief check might be in your account tonight, but it won't be $2,000. With Darvish deal all but done, here's a look at the prospects Cubs will get in return. Rosner, Tave's absence leaves massive hole for Blackhawks. More charges for couple accused of enslaving 2 girls in Aurora. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Argentina. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Georgia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Ukraine. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal, Pakistan. Drought is ongoing in Peru. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, December 30th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. How did Texas lawmakers vote on the COVID-19 relief package? A strong cold front brings widespread storms for Nye. UK approves use of COVID-19 vaccine developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca. Joe Clark, the principal portrayed in film Lean on Me, dead at 82. COVID-19 vaccine distributed to Houston area nursing homes. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Lecklow dies from COVID-19 at 41. Some Houstonians call $600 stimulus check blessing, others call it slap in the face. Susan Wright set to be released from prison after 16 years behind bars. $600 stimulus checks, direct deposits and paper, being sent out, Minuchin. Stimulus direct deposits could start going out tonight. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. 9 injured, some 200 evacuated after landslide in Norway. Edmonds, the Chevrolet Corvette versus the Porsche 911. Craziest party ever, superstar DJ Guetta upbeat for 2021. President Tsai praises unity of Taiwan people in year-end talk. Migrants from Bosnia camp kept in buses as relocation halted. Prosecutors seek 9-year prison term for Samsung chief Lee. Nashville man's girlfriend warned he was building bombs. After a year like this, expect a strange New Year's Eve. Asia Today, Thailand reports 250 new coronavirus cases. Presidential flag-raising ceremony limited to live streaming. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Exploring New York City's resilient restaurant hub, a seamless guide to the Lower East Side. Amid COVID-19 pandemic, NYC makes changes to street homelessness count. Extra, the squirrels are out for blood. Coronavirus updates. First known U.S. case of COVID variant is discovered in Colorado. NYPD identifies woman who falsely accused black teen of stealing her phone. Then and now, recreating old photos of Brooklyn. WHO says COVID-19 virus will likely become permanent presence, warns of deadlier pandemic ahead. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Checking in, Comedy Cellar owner known warming on the future of comedy clubs in post-pandemic NYC. Pins loud saved summer, how one NYC busking band helped fill this year's live music void. The next headlines are from Observer.com. The one-night-only Ratatouille TikTok musical, explained. The FAA approved small drones to fly over your home at night. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Minor earthquake, 3.8 mag strikes near Eastboro in Kansas. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Tool in Indonesia. Minor earthquake, 3.19 mag has occurred near Pinnacles in CA. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag was detected near Sumbawa Besar in Indonesia. Minor earthquake, and 3.3 quake has struck near Sandpoint in Alaska. Minor earthquake, 3.5 mag strikes near Nikolsky in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag has occurred near Mo in China. Minor earthquake, 3.15 mag has occurred near San Antonio in Puerto Rico. Light earthquake, M4.2 quake has struck near San Antonio de los Cobres in Argentina. Light earthquake 4.7 mag, 6 kilometers south by southwest of Lekenik, Croatia. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Tractors can change farming in good ways and bad, lessons from 4 African countries. Women need support and understanding after miscarriage. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Giant study disproves myth of asymptomatic COVID spread. Brexit, UK markets rally on first full day of trading post-deal. GOP lawmaker sues to give Pence exclusive authority to overturn election results. New factories inside China's mass internment camps. Last man to share jail cell with Jeffrey Epstein died last month of COVID. Explosive report alleges extensive use of forced labor at Apple suppliers in China. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Louisiana Congressman-elect Luke Letlow dead from COVID-19. Viral post how to fight COVID at home provides problematic advice. Did scientists find evidence to explain the Bermuda Triangle? Do these 1920s news clippings resemble 2020 talk? Did Pennsylvania record 205,000 more votes than voters? New insurance policy for cars driven less than 50 miles a day? Rashes of Star Trek star smuggled onto space station? Fire Tyson boss says COVID office pool was a morale boost. First reported U.S. case of COVID-19 variant found in Colorado. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Make star chef Vivian Howard's crave-worthy meatloaf. The best performances of 2020, from Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal to the 10-15 Feet Ladies and Blonde. 16 of the zillion crazy things that happened in politics this year. The downside to getting out 2 COVID vaccines so fast. One of the 21st century's greatest buildings is a library in Mexico. Biden ice taking forever to pick his AG and it's making, well, everyone anxious. The wildest scripts from the scammiest year ever. Loeffler's latest attack on Warnock is unprincipled sleaze. How Biden could become one of the greats, and how he could fail. How Fox News made us sick in 2020. The next headlines are from the New York Post. UK becomes first to approve AstraZeneca Oxford COVID-19 vaccine. Murderer who survived botched execution dies of possible COVID-19 complications. Padres Cubs blockbuster trade is official. Woman fatally shoots teen while trying to dine and dash in Colorado. California ER nurse tests positive for COVID-19 a week after getting vaccine. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Citizen astronomers map near-Earth asteroid. 20 years around the red planet. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Wooden satellites being designed to lessen dangerous space debris. Joe Clark, New Jersey principal from Lean On Me, dies. Israeli man suffers fatal heart attack 2 hours after COVID vaccination. Injured Kent State shooting survivor Alan Ken Fora dead at 71. NFL rushes to viewership victory with 2020 Super Bowl yet again most watched program. Previously healthy Illinois teen dies from COVID-19, it just took her so fast. Parents of bullet third grader who died by suicide can sue school leaders, appeals court rules. Siblings killed, 1-year-old wounded in Mississippi shooting, police chief says. Lucky in Kentucky, Louisville, Lexington Walgreens stole extra vaccine doses that would have gone to waste otherwise. The following headlines are from military.com. The Army is planning a major overhaul of its hair and grooming regulations. The Marine Corps has started fielding 30,000 rifle suppressors to combat units. What is Black Flag, inside the Air Force's newest major exercise? No, that Space Force uniform design on social media isn't real, officials say. NATO scrambled around 350 times for Russian jets in 2020. Trump lashes out at GOP after override vote on defense bill. U.S. veterans in the Philippines in coronavirus vaccine limbo. Boeing MAX returns to U.S. skies with first passenger flight. Army K-9 and handler honored for discovering IED cache in Syria. Plans for Army striker-mounted laser shoot-off enter final stages. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Column, looking back on 2020, a painless year of isolation and fervent hand-washing. Illinois Supreme Court to decide fate of last contested medical marijuana growing license in the state. New year brings new laws, including insulin price limit, while minimum wage goes up another $1. December 29th storm map, how much did it snow near you? Additional charges filed against Aurora couple accused of forced labor involving 2 children. Forecasters warn of poor visibility as first major winter storm hits Chicago area. We're expecting conditions to get bad very, very quick. Chicago finally gets snow. Police mom on shootings, stabbings reported this week in Elgin, Carpentersville and West Dundee. Corrections and clarifications. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 5,644 new COVID-19 cases and 106 more deaths reported as Wisconsin removed from red tier states and Chicago traveler and city's health commissioner gets Pfizer vaccine. The following headlines are from Phys.org. Designing Dirac Vortex Topological Photonic Crystal Fibers. COVID cluckers, pandemic feeds demand for backyard chickens. Restoring longleaf pines, keystone of one's vast ecosystems. Young sea lion recovers from shark bite, returns to ocean. The puzzle of non-host resistance, why do pathogens harm some plants but not others? Editorial, SoCal is losing its fight against smog, things have to turn around in 2021. Scientists turn toxic pesticide into treatment against antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Scientists identify electronic and structural dynamics of catalytic centers in single-phase atom materials. Researchers discover CH bond activation reactions at low temperature by photoinduced means. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, December 30th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Top 20 citizen science projects of 2020. As the Arctic continues its meltdown, economic exploitation quickens. Will the vaccine end the pandemic? This question must be answered first. The Maya civilization's religion was more than just ritual sacrifices. Computer model predicts when and where extraterrestrial life is most likely to emerge in our galaxy. Spoiler, it's not clear. Here's the top 10 science stories you missed this year, while you were distracted by COVID-19. Yawning is one of the greatest mysteries of the human body. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Craziest party ever, superstar DJ Guetta upbeat for 2021. Turkey, U.S. to discuss sanctions imposed over S-400s. He was hospitalized for COVID-19, then hospitalized again, and again. EU officials sign Brexit trade deal as UK lawmakers debate. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Bridge, December 30th, 2020. Word Game, December 30th, 2020. Horoscopes December 30th, 2020, Elijah Dushku, embrace change with open arms. Ask Amy, I just learned something disturbing about my longtime friends. Harriet Cole, I'm freaked out by my staring coworker. Miss Manners, when someone gives you a gift that's meant to irk you. Dear Abby, my parents rejected me, then opened their house to another young man. 5 takeaways from the Warriors' win over the Pistons. Warriors pick up Jordan Poole's 3rd-year contract option. Video of Vacaville police officer striking K-9 partner raises concern. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. 13 West Virginia businesses recognized for longevity. Prisoner accused of harassing widow of man he murdered. Lincoln birthplace in Kentucky invites public to book club. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Universal enemy, scholar Daryl Lee on the relationship between transnational jihadists and U.S. empire. FBI counter-terrorism informant spent a decade committing fraud. Deb Haaland's tough road ahead at the Interior Department. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Electrons hot to it on twisted molecular wires. Large transporter protein linked to schizophrenia. Assessment of neutrophil extracellular traps in coronary thrombus of case series of patients with COVID-19. Imaging the twilight zone. College football players underestimate risk of injury and concussion. An explanation for the lack of blood oxygenation detected in many COVID-19 patients. Army research leads to more effective training model for robots. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Teen girl shot in Englewood. Person found dead in McKinley Park, police. 5 shot, 1 fatally, Tuesday in Chicago. Number 10 Iowa hands number 19 Northwestern its first Big Ten loss. Horoscope for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Joe Clark, bat-wielding principal who inspired Lean on Me, dies at 82. Cubs must decide whether they want to be a big market team. Person fatally struck by Metro train in Via Park. Billy Donovan gets first win as Bulls coach, but work is just starting. Joe Biden believes we can beat COVID-19 because we are better than 2020. The following headlines are from Riverfront Times St. Louis. Reckoning with St. Louis historic year of homicides. St. Louis lawmaker seeks ban on black hair discrimination. Hartman, Michael Niedorf snags the Chrome Key. 1MD Complete Probiotics Platinum Reviews, must read before trying. Medical Reviews 2021 Update, Scam Complaints Real Weight Loss Supplement Ingredients. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. The best new music that got us through the worst F-wording year ever. 4 lessons from a year we'd rather forget. 40 ways Metro Times changed Detroit, and beyond, over the past 40 years. Savage Love, Lesbian Drama. Free Will Astrology, Deck 30 January 5th. The Pardon Burglar. Too Boldly Go. The 2020 Doobie Awards, celebrating Michigan's most dubious newsmakers. 40 Detroit area restaurants with igloos, tents, and heated outdoor seating this winter. Wayne County funeral home sued for cremating body without autopsy. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Houston Grand Opera presents Grammy Award-winning mezzo-soprano Sasha Cook. 4 thoughts on J.J. Watt's angry press conference. Streaming concert watch 12/30, Justin Bieber, Kiss and more. Joey Bishop, the lost rat in the pack. Council member Greg Travis goes on misogynistic Facebook nonsense rant. So airport security workers don't undergo mandatory COVID-19 testing. Mysterious monolith appears in the Heights. Your Christmas trees can help Texas fight climate change. First look, Valencia's Tex-Mex garage. Joy in repetition, why we love to see our favorite artists live again and again. The next headlines are about world records making news. Ashwins broke Murali's massive record which might have gone unnoticed in Melbourne, Hindustan Times. Global markets world stocks near record peak, dollar stumbles again, Nasdaq. Abu Dhabi set to break world record with 35-minute long firework display, Interpark. From TikTok to Twitter, the social media records of 2020, Guinness World Records. Family of 12 siblings bags Guinness World Record for combined age of 1,042 years, the Indian Express. Artificial sun sets new world record, Dhaka Tribune. CrossFit Athletes Challenge champs, record podium finishes at the Spartan Games, morning chalk up. Cheptegei gunning for 5,000 M10,000 double at Tokyo Games, Reuters. Revisited, Leonardo da Vinci and the Mystery of the World's Most Expensive Painting, podcast, The Guardian. Coronavirus updates, vaccinations lag as hospitalizations hit record levels, The Washington Post. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Alaska Airlines to ban emotional support animals starting January 11th. Cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase reportedly paid women and people of color like crap. 2,000-year-old food just came out of a Pompeii snack bar. Google is testing a short video carousel that would surface Instagram and TikTok videos. The lasso of truth is Wonder Woman 1984's real star. New U.S. dietary guidelines ignore scientists' advice on alcohol limits. Weirdly enough, 2020 was Apple's biggest year in a long time. McConnell doesn't care about Section 230 or the election, just keeping your relief check small. The 10 best deals of December 29, 2020. Watch Boston Dynamics robot army dance their way to world domination. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Moraa Airport in Australia at 109.94 degrees Fahrenheit or 43.3 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Amga in Russia at minus 62.86 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 52.7 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. WW 1984 Lasso's solid box office return, record downloads for HBO Max. Coverage of wooden satellites misses the point. Computer repairman sued Twitter for defamation, seeks $500 million. Did Columbus find early Caribs in 15th century Caribbean? Jury is still out. FAA finally sets rules for piloting small drones. The best accessories and MagSafe gear for your new iPhone 12. Why AI is so power hungry. How your digital trails wind up in the hands of the police. All I want for Christmas is an awesome new curriculum. Antibodies and SARS-CoV-2 infections, the more the better. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Trump newest executive order denounced as last-ditch effort to claim victory. Trump the Child King spends his final days throwing an extra ton of trauma-inducing tantrums. Wuhan virus cases may be 10 times higher than reported, China health study. U.S. stands ready to try mastermind behind Daniel Pearl murder. UK pet owners have bone to pick with post-Brexit travel rules. Hypocrisy and horror, Trump's Department of Justice sparks outrage for refusing to take action into Tamir Rice killing. Police visited Nashville bomber Anthony Quinn Warner's home after girlfriend reported he was making a bomb. New York's investigation into Trump's finances just stepped up a notch, report. Louisiana GOP Congressman-elect Luke Leclow dies of COVID before taking office. Trump will spend his last days in nefarious neglect of America while trying to enrich himself, Scaramuxy. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Wildfire smoke is loaded with microbes. Is that dangerous? Heroes of 2020, all gas no brakes. Hero and monster of 2020, TikTok. Heroes of 2020, local political reporters. Trump, turmoil, and 2020, our Mojo podcast team replays the year's defining moments. Heroes of 2020, Ed Yong in his prescient, terrifying, and inspiring coronavirus writing. Monsters of 2020, Roger Ailes and Fred Trump. Fatal police shootings have been flat over the past 5 years. Mitch McConnell stalls vote on $2,000 stimulus checks while Trump tweets furiously. Lunchtime photo. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Corporate space flight lifts off in 2020, the major missions over the past year, ABC News. Explained, why is there new interest in Proxima Centauri, the closest star to the sun, the Indian Express. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Terrifying UFO, crab-clawed alien sees pair. Perpetrators of Balloon Boy UFO hoax pardoned. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. True Strange News Fair Use Statement. No Views News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2020 by No Views News. All rights reserved.